Hello, I'm James. This is Autumn, and we're back. So today we're going to talk to you about Lenoir, North Carolina.
Lenoir, North Carolina is specifically where we stayed. It's pretty much a quiet town in the middle of North Carolina. It's beautiful, but there's not anything specific about Lenoir to talk about except for the campground that we stayed at.
Yes, so it was the Thousand Trails Park that we are members of Thousand Trails, and they have a campground set up in Lenoir. It was pretty nice. It was a very large campground. The facilities were very good. They have full hookups, and yeah, it was a good park.
Yeah, it was a good time. But the area that it's located in is beautiful and happens to be North Carolina's biggest tourist trap, Blowing Rock, North Carolina.
What?
Yes.
It's true.
Now, you think tourist trap, I think a very good time. I thought Blowing Rock was beautiful.
Yes, so what's cool about Blowing Rock? Well, there was a lot of things to see. There was a lot of things to do. It's North Carolina's oldest tourist attraction.
Mm-hmm. Relatively small park as far as they go. The trail area is pretty small. Now, Blowing Rock is famous for being a place where snow blows upwards. And it has a history relating back to Native Americans.
Yes, so according to the legend there, a Native American was in love with another Native American who, for some reason, jumped off the side of Blowing Rock. And then they prayed to the Great Spirit, and the Great Spirit lifted this person up and carried them back into their arms.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the actual symbol for Blowing Rock is a bit creepy looking and weird, but when you hear the actual story behind it, it seems to make a little more sense. The two were from different tribes.
Yes. It is very windy at Blowing Rock, and basically in that region itself, very windy. I don't know if it's because of the terrain. I'm sure it is. And the way it's natural, it's been naturally formed. So extremely windy in the area. Now we went there in November, and it's the mountain region of North Carolina. And
the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Blue Ridge Parkway, which is beautiful and an amazing road to go on. I've been on it numerous times, several times on motorcycles. It covers numerous states. It's basically the most traveled destination to go to for a road itself. I mean, it winds through mountains. It goes near rivers. It goes near lakes. It's super cool.
The terrain is stunning, but back to Blowing Rock. There is more going on there than just a very small park. There's also the Mystery Hill.
Yes. So what is the Mystery Hill? Well, it's a gravitational anomaly that was discovered in the early 1900s, and basically the people who owned, it was a farm at the time, discovered that there was an area on their farm that made people dizzy, and it made them feel strange. So then they saw a magazine article in Life magazine about a similar area in California. So they monopolized on this, and they created their own mystery hole, gravitational vortex area, so that tourists could go to in North Carolina.
Yeah, so it is a tourist trap, but a darn good one that I would go back to. It was really a good time. They take you on this lovely little tour with a little bit of history and some conspiracy theories, and then you go into the actual room and it's pretty freaky. Freaky deaky. I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, so is it built at a weird angle? Sure. Does it seem a little strange and disorienting by the way that it's built optical illusion? Sure. But it does pull you in one direction. It does make you dizzy. It's a very strange place that you basically have to experience. So if you get the chance, you have to go to the Mystery Hole in Mystery Hill in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Now, on top of that, there are other things linked into this tourist trap. So you can go to the Mystery Hill, but also you can get an old-time photo taken while you're there, which is included in the price, sort of. And you can go to...
An axe. You can throw an axe.
You can throw an axe. And they also have a Native American artifact museum attached to the Mystery Hill. It's all in the same plaza. Basically, you go through the Mystery Hill, you move on to the photos if you choose to do that, and then you go to this artifact museum. And then after that, you can throw some axes, which is always a good time.
Yeah, it is always a good time. So the Native American artifacts, it's mostly arrowheads.
Yes.
But is the second largest collection of artifacts in the world, actually. I was going to say the U.S., but it's the world.
Yeah. So in the little museum they have, I say little, it's a 2-story building, but the little museum they have explained that it was like 2 individuals that basically went out and collected all these items and had them in their home, and then basically they converted their home into this museum, and it's pretty fantastic to see.
Yeah. From there, we did some traveling along the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is absolutely beautiful, and our final destination was Grandfather Mountain.
Yes, which is another tourist destination for North Carolina in and of itself. It's beautiful scenery. It's the highest peak in the area on the Blue Ridge Mountains.
The highest peak on the Blue Ridge Mountains at 6,000 feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I was a little saddened because at the reward is at the top of Grandfather Mountain, they have a footbridge that you can cross, which is the highest footbridge. I don't know if it's in the world.
In the United States.
In the U.S. We could not do that because, again, the wind in the area actually didn't play in our favor in this time. So it was too windy that day, and for safety reasons, they wouldn't let anyone onto the bridge.
Right, but we were able to climb a bit onto the mountain, do a little bit of exploring. They had some animals, not in captivity, but it wasn't really a zoo, but it was a good time.
Yeah. We got to see, they have bobcats, they have bald eagles, they have some moose, bears. There's a lot to see in the area. Fudge.
Oh yeah, we got fudge.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. So while we were on this trip, I experienced something that I must have been waiting my whole life for.
Yes.
Boiled peanuts.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't know this was such a huge thing.
Yes.
No.
Because
roadside attractions for days of boiled peanuts.
Yes, because as you're headed towards either Mystery Hill or Grandfather Mountain, there are shops off to the side of either the road, and they're selling souvenirs and they're selling things for the area. And then one of the big signs was boiled peanuts. And I asked Autumn, I was like, hey, have you ever had boiled peanuts? And she was like, no, I've never had them. And I was like, what?
No. So get you some boiled peanuts, get some hoop cheese,
yes,
which is also really good, and go explore the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina. It's a beautiful area, and that's pretty much it for us.
Yes. Again, this is just another idea just to get you out, and I mean, got us out, and it's another option for you. It's not that far away. If you watched this video to the end, you're amazing. If you're a subscriber, we love you. We gotta go. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.